In Babystar, Luca is 16 years old and is an influencer. For as long as she can remember, she has been the star of her parents' family social media business and their only pride and joy. When her parents decide to have another child, things change. Luca feels betrayed and is afraid of no longer being needed by her parents, whose attention remains tied to her performance for their family account. Babystar is directed by Maja Bons, and he previously directed the documentary Verified Couple, and Babystar is his feature narrative debut, and Babystar just debuted at the 2025 Toronto International Film Festival. Babystar is a pretty impressive feature narrative debut from German director Maja Bons. For me, the film gave me early Yorgos Lanthimos vibes, like the characters in this film kind of talk in a stilted way, but they talked out like that because, especially Luca and her parents, they talk like that because they've grown up on social media their whole, Luca pretty much the whole life, and her parents have been doing this for 10, 15 years. So they don't really know how to interact with the outside world. And they are so tied to their social media life that they don't really know how to communicate on a natural level. So they talk, occasionally talk in a very stilted way to each other off camera, but on camera they talk in a natural way. And Luca has pretty much grown up on social media her whole life. Nothing is sacred. And her mother often has interviews with her on camera for podcasts and for TikTok and YouTube and everything. YouTube, Luca has more than 2 million subscribers, and TikTok more than 4 million subscribers, and they give a sense of wealth. But I don't really think they are quite wealthy. They sometimes go on holidays, random holidays to Bali, and they do video, and they film it for YouTube, and they give a sense of wealth. But I don't really think that they're really that wealthy. I think it's just all for show, and because they basically just stay home most of the time, and because they're not really that wealthy, they use their social media followers as kind of power. So they use their social media following to get what they want. And about halfway through the film, when Luca's mother is finally gets pregnant, Luca is slowly starting to misbehave and do outlandish things, and she eventually leaves the home and goes to stay at a hotel by herself. And when she goes to check in at the hotel, the staff asks her for her card and ID, and she says, "I don't have any ID, but I have a social media following, so I have TikTok, so I can tell all of my followers not to stay at this hotel, or I can tell all my followers to stay here, and you'll be booked out forever. So that's my power." So, and Luca, since she's grown up on social media her whole life, she doesn't know what it's like in real life. So she can only act how she has been told on social media by her parents. And we get to watch the director just puts YouTube videos and TikTok and Instagram videos throughout the film. And sometimes Luca, in her bedroom at night, she's just sitting on her bed watching the laptop, watching old videos of herself on YouTube. And we see videos of her when she's a little girl, and when and sometimes they invite to have prizes or come to our house. You can meet Luca, and they have little parties, and towards the end of the film, Luca, when she's out on her own, she puts a video on TikTok and says, "Oh, I can be your daughter for 2 days, and whoever wins the competition, I'll come to your home and be your fake daughter for 2 days." So that's quite amusing part of the film. And Luca, as the film goes on, she slowly uses her power just for kicks, I guess. And I won't spoil what happens at the end, but Luca that increasingly becomes unhinged as the film goes on, and she takes matters into her own hands at the end of the film. So it was quite an intriguing and thought-provoking ending that leaves it quite open-ended. So I give Babystar 3.5 stars out of 5. This film gives like early Yorgos Lanthimos type vibes. It's quite weird, and the characters sometimes speak in a very unemotional, stilted way, and it has a very nice grasp on the social media influences at the moment, and it gets increasingly weird as the film goes on, because the central protagonist Luca just increasingly outlandish things as the film goes on, and it's just quite very sharp and witty, and yeah, it's quite entertaining. So I definitely recommend checking out this film, Babystar, if you're in for something unique and sharp and satirical. Thanks for watching. What did you think of Babystar? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.